All right. We are back. Good evening, everyone. Not sure who's on yet or getting on, but I'm tightening up this little tripod I have here. And as usual, we'll wait a few minutes and then we'll go ahead with our usual housekeeping. Housekeeping. That's a good word for it. Okay. I hope everybody's good. Again, I can't see who's on here on my phone. I'm hoping to get my laptop fixed. I spoke to my kid's godfather and very good friend of mine out back west, and he was trying to help me through my situation. But I have an older MacBook, so I have a little issue with it. So I'm trying to get the software to reinstall. If I can't get this right, I'm probably gonna have to just buy the DVD at the very least, buy the OS online and buy what is this, Snow Leopard? Jesus, that's like low. But yeah, wait another few seconds and then we'll go from there. Fix this a bit. There we go. Okay, let's go ahead and get started, shall we? First, our housekeeping. The content presented in this broadcast is protected under the First Amendment of the United States Constitution, the Whistleblower Protection Act of 1989, the Whistleblower Protection Enhancement Act of 2012, and Executive Order 14173 signed this year concerning merit-based opportunity and protection against retaliation. This program contains documented facts, personal testimony, and evidence-based commentary, related to matters of public concern, including government operations, workplace misconduct, retaliatory practices, violations of federal policy and procedure. All statements made here are lawfully protected disclosures expressed for educational and investigative and documentary purposes. Nothing in this episode constitutes harassment, defamation, or unverified accusation. Every reference is supported by evidence, documentation, or personal experience, all of which falls squarely within the scope of protected whistleblower speech. By continuing to watch, you acknowledge that this broadcast is an exercise of constitutionally protected speech and federally protected whistleblower activity. So if you're watching, you can't turn around and say later on, Angel said this. Oh, you agreed to the terms by watching. All right, let's go. Let's get started, shall we? Good evening. Again, I don't know who's on, but we're just going to rock with it. My name is Angel, and for now, I am a manager of customer service in Miami West Carrier Annex in Miami, Florida. I have been a postmaster, small-town postmaster. I've been a supervisor several times, an OIC, OJIT. I've been a clerk. I've been a mail processor. I've worked in the plant. I've worked in the retail units. I've managed retail units, and I kind of know a little bit about everything. I am on leave due to systemic retaliation from the United States Postal Service, as well as other issues that are systemically documented, and they are now pending litigation with MSBP and the National Labor Relations Board, as well as OWCP. Today, we're gonna keep it mellow, chill. I'm gonna go over a couple things, and then we're gonna let you go early because it's Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday, and usually the weekends start off pretty heavy, and then we're in the final stretch, guys. You got a couple days left. Just keep pushing. Keep pushing. Yeah. So anyway, let's get started. So Yesterday or the day before, I believe it was yesterday, I posted a 30-minute blurb about some stuff I've been finding online. It's been, Facebook has been real active lately. I will say that. There's a lot of people coming out now and speaking publicly, which is a beautiful thing. I'm glad that people are expressing themselves. We live in a society of laws, rules, regulations, blah, 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 blah. There is no reason why people, anyone in any company, agency, whether it be federal, state, civil, private, has to go to work and feel like they're being smashed in. You know what I mean? You go there to work, make money, take care of your family. You don't go there to get harassed by your bosses, picked on by your coworkers, or people just talking behind your back derogatorily. In a realistic world, we're all adults, so we should know how to handle these things, but yet for some reason we don't. We're in the 21st century. You figure this type of behavior would be done, but it's not. And that's why I'm in the situation that I'm in right now currently, because I chose to say something rather than stay quiet. And you know what? Thinking back on it, it's been a hard 7 months, but I'm still here. I'm still standing. And I'm standing strong. I lost my footing a little bit along the way. I lost myself along the way. Said things, did things that sometimes your brain wires cross and you're not thinking right. But one thing is definitely for sure. Paperwork does not lie. People do. So, with that being said, we have to find a common ground. I'm not looking for what's the word I'm looking for? I have to choose my words carefully because eagle eye is watching. The old good eagle eye. We have to just, in a nutshell, so we don't stretch this out, we need to just get back. How we doing, Scipio? We need to get back to what we were doing before all of this. Very, very important. I think that the Postal Service has a lot of problems right now, and it's documented. This isn't me just coming on here as a disgruntled worker saying, hey, we're just making this stuff up. We're not making this stuff up. I'll give you an example of that. I'm not sure if it was Lino or I just saw it online somewhere. I believe it was Lino, but in any case, there was a post up about the Postal Service sort of maybe not really tanking, and they sort of maybe not really will run out of money, and sort of not really 2027, and that these sort of not maybe really individuals that would fit the bills, the sort of maybe not Americans. So if they're already planning this goes to show you that this was always the agenda. This is why they're intentionally doing the things that they're doing, because now you have to say to yourself, that doesn't make sense. they're going to run out of money in 2 years, but they're still doing the things that they're doing. What does that tell you? They don't want to fit the bill no more. They want you guys to fit the bill. Scipio, yeah, I'll get into that in a little while. Hi, Diane. Hi, Becky. So, yeah, they want the American people to fit the bill. Now, why would they want the American taxpayer to fit the bill? Very simple. You guys ready for this? When you take fact from fiction and you separate narrative from reality, you get a gray area. Okay? Now, again, this is my opinion. This is an observation. I may or may not be maybe totally wrong, or I may be maybe 100% right. We'll leave that to you guys to determine that. I'm not going to make that decision. I'm not going to say, Angel, I say this and you either agree with it or don't. Okay? We're the only agency that's self-funded. How you doing, Dorothy? We're the only agency self-funded. We have no government assistance. The taxpayers don't pay nothing to the United States Postal Service. They are completely sovereign because that's what they wanted. Now, I've mentioned this a few weeks ago about the Great Postal Heist, and we went into that a little bit, right? And we talked about that. Now, thinking back, now you seeing the pattern I've been telling you guys for a while now. You're seeing it in lifetime unfold in front of you. It's like a flower blooming. That was the intention the whole time. It makes sense. In my opinion, because that's all it is an opinion, until proven otherwise, the Postal Service is intentionally doing this because they want the American people to fit the bill. They want Congress to bail them out. Again, just my opinion. I tell you guys the information. I give it to you. Y'all look it up. You want, again, another statement I made on this channel. That was just common sense because of information I know. The Postal Service has been privatized for the last 50-something years already. Since like the 1950s. What? No, it's like 75 years now. If you think about it, from the 1950s, 56 to now, next year it'll be like 75 years, no? Unless my math is off. Could be possible. But yet you got shop stewards and union presidents and everybody running around saying, no, we're not privatized, we're public, yeah. No. And I invited you guys to go pull up the Great Postal Heist, watch the whole thing, and about midway-ish, you will see the companies that own the post office. So it's not owned by the people. That was taken away back in the 1950s. That's how we got collective bargaining. Learn your history. That's a dark side. Nobody talks about it, but that dude, he put it out there. It's public knowledge. This is what I'm saying. Think about it, guys. For 70 years, we're going to just say 70. Let's round it off. For 70 plus years, the Postal Service, yeah, thank you, Dorothy. Thank you, Jesse. For 70 plus years, we have been privatized. For 70 plus years, we've been fitting the bill. For 70 plus years, they've been taking ding after ding after ding after ding from Congress. That's why they're out of money. Now they want us to fit the bill. But realistically, here's the problem when you do that. You guys ready? The numbers don't balance out. It's like a seesaw. You remember those seesaws you got on as a kid? Your friend or brother, sister jumped on one side, you flew up on the other, and vice versa, and y'all just kept doing this all day. That's what's going to happen with the post office at the rate that they're moving. They're cedar sorting. They're T-sorting because they're going back and forth. They're trying different things. But here's the logic factor here. The current Postmaster General, did he ever work for the post office before? No. The previous one, did he ever work for the post office before? No. The lady out before that did though. Brennan. Okay, she did. Okay, she worked for the post office. Okay, and the guy before her did too. So the point that I'm trying to make, guys, is that they're not, this has always been the plan. You ever heard some plans don't happen overnight? They take a generation or two. Y'all ever heard of that before? This real talk. Y'all ever heard of that before? Like a generational plan. They call them generational plans. Some plans are so historically factual and you know what they're going to do. It's written clear as day, but they do it anyway. That's what I'm saying. It's a narrative. They're changing it. They want to privatize the Fed, not just the post office, but across the board. This is why they started outsourcing all the high positions, SSA, post office, fucking the health secretary, the other guy that was JFK, who's not a doctor. I'm not saying he's a bad guy. I'm just saying he doesn't have the qualification for that position. You see what I'm saying? And TSA, I mean, come on. The only chick that's doing good, believe it or not, is that, I forget her name. Is it Hochul? No, not Hochul. That's the senator from New York, the governor of New York. No, not her. The lady that works with TSA, Department of Homeland, she's actually doing a good job. Again, I don't agree with everything they're doing. That's a separate issue. I'm just talking about the job, the leadership as a line. Okay, guys, wake up. It's all the information you're looking for is there. They physically spoon-fed it to you. But they did it so nonchalantly. Yeah, no, not her. They did it so nonchalantly, you guys didn't even see it coming. They just said, oh yeah, we'll just keep doing this. We'll do that. Yeah, Noam, that's her name. Yeah, thank you, Dorothy. No, Scipio. Yeah, I mixed up. Sorry. You know, we're going to spoon feed you this. We're going to spoon feed them that. And pretty soon, they're going to be so full, they're going to just say, just do whatever you want. And that's kind of what happened. Notice how every year they raise the prices. But do they increase the service? Is the service getting better for the money you're spending? Systemic? No. You decide. Just saying. If you're paying money for a service and you expect that service to be fulfilled and they're not fulfilling it, but they're charging you more money for the same service, it makes no sense. Yeah, nonchalantly. It's what they're doing. Awake. Open up. It's just common sense, guys. When you take the fact from the fiction and you just walk the gray, take a walk with me. I had a supervisor that used to tell me that back in the day. Take a walk with me. And we would talk. And we would dissect things like this. Okay? So, take a walk with me. A virtual walk. We're going to go down the yellow brick road here. Okay? We're going to go back 1956. We won the collective bargaining rights. And the postal workers got the raises and the benefits they deserve for doing all the crazy work we do. Because let's face it, this job ain't easy. It's a hard job. And it takes a special person to work in the Postal Service. I've said that my whole career. It takes a special person to work for the United States Postal Service. Not everybody can do it. You know what I told my wife? When she wanted to get in and do it, I said, don't sell your soul. I already did. No reason for you to. Why would I say something like that? Common sense, because we already know. We know what's good. We know. Don't sell your soul because I've already sold my soul. That don't make no sense. The devil getting two people, he already got one. The devil you know versus the devil you don't know, right? We all grew up hearing that. We know what's up, you know? And not to go off tangent or anything, but this is what I'm saying. It all interlinks. Think about it. Remember a couple years back, I brought this up too on the channel. A couple years back, they talked about hiring Staples workers to replace all the clerks. They wanted to pay them $11 an hour. Said we overpay our clerks to do easy work. They actually went into arbitration and told the arbitrator that shit. I never forget that. I was a clerk at the time. I said, what? Are they fucking stupid? Yeah, I guess, yeah. Hey, Lena, what's up? You know, think about it, guys. $11 an hour for the work we do? Wow. So, in other words, they're trying to practice a modern form of slavery. No. Systemic? No. You be the judge of that. I'm not answering that. I'm not saying they are, and I'm not saying they're not. I'm giving you the information. You do with it what you want. Think about it. It's just logic. Logic. I don't know if y'all watch. I'm a sci-fi dude through and through. I got into sci-fi when I was a kid with my dad because that was one of the things I had with my dad that we would do together. We'd watch Star Trek and all those. Captain Kirk for life, bro. You know, Star Wars for life, you know. Yeah, I'm a nerd. It is what it is. But that was the generation. Common sense. There isn't any anymore. We got good postal workers. I know a lot of good postal workers. A lot of good managers. Damn good fucking postmasters. I've met a lot in my career. And it's a shame that my situation has put me in this line of lifestyle where now I have to dib out because the Postal Service don't want to fucking accommodate me. I have to dib out? Seriously? It's bad enough I'm on medicine now. I call them drugs, but it's medicine. You know, I'm on meds now because of this crap. But now I got to dib out and lose my career? My wife knows I loved my job. I loved my job. Yeah, screwed by the union. Both my associations screwed me. Yeah, that's a fact. It's in writing. It's a fact. That was also given to the MSPB board and the National Labor Relations Board. They have that as evidence. All the emails and everything, the way they blew me off, didn't help me with nothing. Shit. One of my, I won't say which association, but one of my associations, the rep 24 hours before my damn grievance, my appeal, he flaked out on me. Reported his ass too. You answer for it. Y'all did this to me. I didn't do this to myself. I didn't ask for this position. I came here for a better life. To do better. Be better, you know? But think about it. From the 1950s, we had the collective bargaining, right? Those of us that seen the great postal heist, we already know what's up. We know what they did. They privatized it back then. Now we're about 70 years in the future. And now they're talking about in the next 2 years, well, not even 2 years, in the next year, they're going to be broke. And Americans are going to have to fit the bill. Unless they come up with something. Shit, the time to come up with something was 70 years ago when you guys were supposed to handle it. No, but they waited. And this is what I'm saying. They sit on it and they sit on it and they sit on it. It's like the definition of insanity. How do you change things that way? And then they get two people that don't know crap about the organization. You were better off hiring a small town postmaster that worked in a DBC center, a DDS center, you know, to manage this shit, because the people they got now, they don't know nothing about the organization, how the mail runs or nothing. But the Postal Board of Governors keeps hiring these people. The first guy didn't even know how much the stamps cost. I'll never forget that one either. Yeah, but that's what's going on. It's systemic. That's my opinion, and I'm not changing it. That's my viewpoint. If you got evidence to prove me wrong, let's talk about it. We come on the channel, we debate it like adults. Make sure you come with facts though, because if you don't bring facts and you come with that narrative crap, the people ain't gonna like you. Just saying, they ain't gonna like you. Anyway, moving forward, there's a hot topic now. CREA. Yeah, CREA. We're gonna talk about CREA. CREA is this new program developed by Lino Miranda. The guy's a shop steward in Miami. We work together. Awesome fucking guy. He did everything right, and he didn't ask for anything, just to do the right thing. And that's why I respect that guy so much. He and I came into this. He did my video for free. He did not charge me to promote my video. You know what's up, puppy. You know what's up. You know, he did not charge me to do my video, and I'm saying this on video. He didn't charge me to do the video. We interviewed for like 3 weeks, some shit like that, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. What do you think about this? What do you think about that? And he was like hitting me up through the whole time, sending me little clips and shit. And I never got a chance to talk about this because, like, you know, our paths kind of, they didn't separate, but they kind of separated the road just a little bit. We're still going down the same highway, just on different lanes right now. But when he brought this idea to me about CREA, I said, shit, that's fantastic. They don't have to sit around waiting for nobody. Not even me. Think about it. If we had more go-to self programs like CREA, we'd be good. Realistically, let's be honest here. And I'll use this as an example why you carriers out there should invest in CREA. And no, I'm not making no money off of this. I'm doing it because I believe in I'm talking about it because I believe in the program. I even contributed to the program. That's how much I believe in the program. Okay? CREA redefines how the individual in a fucked up situation like me can get answers like this. Even if you use it for just one case, you got your money's worth. One case, just one case, guys. Carriers, you use this for one case, you already got your money investment back 100%. And that's a fact. One case. You don't believe me? Try it for yourself as soon as it launches completely. Right now, it's still in the beta testing phase, and he's got a... Listen, you know how funny this is? I hope he doesn't get mad at me for saying this, but I'm going to say it anyway because this shit is funny. We got managers trying to get up in there to see what the fuck he's doing. They trying to sneak into the program. BV, yeah, I know about you. I'm sorry, that was loud. What, you don't even change your fucking email, bro? You just sign up with your real name and just like, oh, he'll never know. Holy sh... Okay, I'm gonna stop right there. That was just too much. I was shopping with my wife and I was laughing my ass off in the fucking store like a crazy person. Yeah, I am crazy, but that's another story for another day. But yeah, They're so scared of this guy and scared of the Korea program, they're signing up on the DL trying to get into the program and learn what the fuck he's doing. It's funny. But realistically, if they were doing their job the right way, they wouldn't have to worry about Korea. See, I'm a manager that doesn't worry about Korea because everyone I try to deal with, in Miami especially, I was fair. I want them to use Korea, especially in the stations that I worked in. You guys need to look into it. You guys need to, even if you subscribe for 1 month, what is it, like $4? You already got your money's worth, man. You know how many times those dirtbags try to write people up in a month, bro? You could even share it with your partner. Listen, y'all put $2 and $2 together and y'all get the damn thing for a month, and I guarantee you're both gonna want your own accounts. That's how good it is. It's a good, solid program. And again, I'm not making nothing off of this. There's no monetization for this shit at all. This is just me speaking on knowledge of the program and what it's worth. And it's worth your time. $3.99 to $4. Look at that shit. You can't even buy a fucking sandwich for that much money anymore. Really? That's what I'm saying. It's worth the money. People that sign up, like, look at that. You buying them a soda. See what I'm saying? You may be able to get a pizza and a soda at fucking Costco, but that's about it now. I mean, yeah, but look, you got to get in your car though to go to Costco. So that's gas and electricity. You see what I'm saying? So you're not really spending $4. You're spending like $7. So yeah, I wanted to like dive into Korea because that's been on my head for like 2 days now. And then, yeah, guys, it's a good program. All kidding aside, all jokes and puns to the side. Even if you use it for one case for 1 month, it is worth your money. It's worth it. We need more innovation like this for the Postal Service to help this part of the organization. You're welcome, bro. No doubt. We need more innovation from the floor, from you guys. We need more help from you guys. You understand? My time is set already. I'm going to dip out and I'm going to move on with my life. And I'll still be around to do this stuff for as long as I'm able, you know, and I'm going to definitely start taking care of myself more. I went back on a diet, you know. Doctor said, you got to lose weight. I said, okay. You know, I'm pre-diabetic now. Actually, no, I'm diabetic now because of all the issues that I'm going through with this position. That's documented now. So now my health is affected because of what I went through here. So yeah, the only place that's going to accommodate me is the old folks home. It is what it is. It's life. I'm just happy my wife is with me. She supports me. Yeah, I drive her nuts, but I love her. I drive her nuts. Like I really drive her nuts. I won't lie. I shall not tell a lie. All right, moving on, guys. Okay. Totally unrelated, but I think it's kind of cool to talk about. Yeah, I know this is a Postal Truth channel. We talk about postal stuff all the time. But this is something special. I don't know if y'all guys have been following this comet thing going around. If you live on the East Coast, like I do, it's due to be parallel to the Earth at 1 a.m. I don't know about you guys, but I intend to stay up and make sure we're still here in the morning. Your boy's not going to sleep. I'm going to stay up and make sure this shit keeps going. You know, I will say this. If it's an astronaut, if it's an asteroid and it keeps going, awesome. If it's a ship and it keeps going, awesome. If the motherfucker turns this way, y'all better start praying to Jesus or something and make sure the motherfuckers are friendly, because if not, we're done. I'm gonna leave that one right there. It's funny. Yeah. So now, serious. Okay. Next up, new JCam is out. Carriers, check it out. Arm up. Yeah, I know, Dorothy. I would normally be sleeping, but I got insomnia ever since I started working here. But yeah, all kidding aside, guys, carriers, JCam is out. Check it out. Get a copy somehow. If you can't find a direct link, I have it on my Facebook page. I put it up 10 hours ago, so you guys should still be able to scroll down and see it. And you click the link, and it kind of tells you the new additions to it. Yeah, they're talking about selling them. I mean, I don't think they should be selling anything. This is stuff they should be giving you guys. But if someone gets a digital copy, or if I get a digital copy, and it's not copyrighted, I will share it. If it's copyrighted, then you got to go through Lino or through the association. All right, but it's out. And the reason why I brought it up is so you guys arm yourself. Check out the JCam, check out the updates, check out what affects you personally. Check it out. Okay, moving on. Here's a funny one written by the postaltimes.com. And the only reason why I'm bringing it up, carriers again, is because I did comment on this. I said, I'm just going to read the header. Basically, according to the postaltimes.com, Postal Service is reminding fleet managers and drivers to always buy fuel from stations in the USPS preferred fueling network to help keep the organization costs down. Now, that's an oxymoron right there, and I'm going to explain why. When I was in Montana, I seen carriers get a low because they put premium gas in the truck, right? Because the premium was cheaper. So they put the premium in the truck, and they got in trouble because they were only supposed to use regular. Yeah, I seen that. So the regular gas costs more because we all know back a couple years ago, gas was like $5 a gallon, almost in some places, you know? What, California was like $9, some shit like that? I don't know, it's been a while. But yeah, so the carriers, some of them thought it was, a good idea to put the premium because it was cheaper, right? And when they would submit their slips to VOMA, right, they would get in trouble because they put premium instead of fucking regular. Yeah, so carriers, be careful with that one. Always put regular. Use regular. Use regular. Save yourself the drama. But yeah, that's posted up on my Facebook. Put it up about 10 hours ago too. Yep, we talked about that. Okay. So, the Postal Service every year, anyone that worked for the post office already knows this. We talk about this ad nauseum every single year. They say they're ready for peak season. We are ready. We have enough staff. We have enough staff. Hooray, we're going to win this year. And then they fuck up again. But then again, when you're thinking of the trend, right? We're looking at trends now, patterns. Again, opinion, not fact yet, but let's look at the trend. 1950, that's our hit number. That's the starting point for this stuff. Going forward into this year, has the revenue gone up or gone down? Systemic? No. You decide. So yeah. So they have people from headquarters going on the media and trying to sell this impression of the organization. if it was such a big impact like they're claiming, the Postmaster General wouldn't have said publicly in 2027, Americans are going to fit the bill for the Postal Service. Think about that. Okay? Just a thought. Here's something that really pissed me off earlier. And I did put it on my Facebook. I was pissed for this customer. So, it's been a while since I looked at zip codes. I think this is Montana. I'm not even sure. It may be. 57104. Mailed from 57104. They didn't say where it was going, but it was a priority mail piece. And you ready for this? It was mailed out January 20th of 2020. This mail piece has been disappeared for 5 years. And you're telling me nobody said fucking nothing? So now they found the mail piece, right? So now they have to deliver it now. Think about how angry that customer's going to be when they get this damn package. And they think by blocking out the number there, they did it wrong. If I wanted to, look at that. If I wanted to see where this was going, I can. I can, because they didn't even block out the numbers the right way. Maybe the carrier wanted us to find it. At this point, that's the logical assumption. 5 years, this customer did not get the service we promised them, because priority back then 5 years ago was 3 to 5 days, not 5 years. I know some of us will find it funny, but it's not funny. This is why in another year, we're going to be broke at the rate we're going. We have to own accountability for that. You understand what I'm saying? So guys, check, double check, work safely, go home safely. Work for yourself, not the man next to you. Work with integrity, and things like this won't happen. And if they do, they'll be less and less known, because they'll be so far apart from one another. I mean, my own mail piece is an example. And I said this a couple days ago. I mailed it to HR, local HR in Miami. The fucking thing left Fort Lauderdale, went up to Opelika, went down to Miami, and then went to Texas. Why did it go to Texas? It was already in the station. Yeah, I honestly think, Dorothy, I agree. I feel like they wanted the truth out, and I may or may not investigate this. This is an OIG issue, but what do I know, right? Systemic? Maybe. No. You decide that one. Okay. Again, this is not a jab at the ones doing what they're supposed to do. This is a jab at the ones not doing what they're supposed to do, which is why we're in this position. So if you're doing your job, pay no mind to what I'm saying, because it got nothing to do with you. It has to do with those individuals dragging us down. Yeah, see what I'm saying? From France. They released it to the Postal Service Customs 6 days ago. And it got to DC in 4 days, and it's been sitting there 4 days. Why? If you guys got a computer, you have access to the ELM. So there's no excuse anymore. We're in the age of technology. Anything you want to learn, you can learn it. You want to learn a new trait? You can watch videos and learn. You don't need a physical structure, a school anymore, is what I'm saying. We're in the age of digital technology. You can learn almost anything. And on my spare time, I do research about old historical stuff, and I enjoy it. It relaxes me. And this is just because I like to learn stuff. So keep that in mind, guys. Okay, now the hard one. I wasn't going to talk about this, but to not talk about it would do this individual injustice. So I'm going to talk about it. I don't know how many of you are aware, but there was another death in the organization in New York. Died in the plant. Sound familiar? You hear about it anywhere? Are you following the trend, guys? Are you understanding where I'm going with this? I've been talking about this for months. Months. I've told Congress, I've told the OIG, I've told a bunch of people think systemic issues, and they refuse to do anything about it. And now these things are happening across the nation, and now all of a sudden we got congressmen that want to jump in on the party. Well, hey, thanks for coming. Better late than never. This is what I mean. How is this fair? Forget about me. How is this fair to you guys still working? We're going to talk about y'all. Y'all still punching the card, still going in every day, still working. How is it fair to you? You guys going to go to work, not even know if you're going to come home? There are programs out there. There are people like myself all across social promoting this stuff. Get with somebody, learn the rules and regulations, and start defending yourself. Yes, one person cannot take on an army. You need a few of you because this is a hard road. And staying quiet is not going to save you. Wake up. I'm going to leave that one alone. There's a gentleman, I believe he was like 24, if I'm not mistaken. He died on the machine. I hope the phone service worked in that building too. I'm a native New Yorker. I grew up, I was born and raised in New York, in the Bronx. So New York will always be my home. It may not be where I live now because of it's a lifestyle choice. I chose something for me that was better for me. Everyone that still lives in New York, that works for them, but it didn't work for me anymore. I had to change my life around. Okay, so I left New York years ago. But those of you that are still living there, remember him. I can't mention names on here and I'm not going to. But if you guys want to know what it is, it's on my Facebook. You got to go through it though. Probably about maybe 2-3 days ago. Scroll through it, you'll find it. I put the article in there. Okay. Now we're going to talk a little bit about this new stand-up that went viral. And yes, stand-ups are usually internal, but because they posted this online, it is now public information. So, I won't read the whole thing because we know what Eagle Eye is doing, but I will say the following. It was given on the 8th of December, and it was talking about employee conduct and law enforcement. Okay. Without getting into the politics of this, I will say this. If a federal officer tells you they require certain information, certain knowledge that you are aware of, pay attention, and you refuse to provide that information, be ready for the tidal wave that's going to come. They have a right to question you. They can't force you to answer, but they do have a right to question you. Now, the Postal Service is taking a unique stance on this. They're quoting the Privacy Act of 1974. You see how easy it is for them to quote a policy when they want you to do something? But do they follow their own goddamn policy? No. No, they don't. And anyone that says they do, I'll show them my 23, 24 violations of postal policy. To include clock ring falsification, violation of ELM 650, violation of ELM 666, violation of ELM 546, 515. Should I keep going? Violation of Postal Handbook 21, cybersecurity. Should I keep going? See what I mean? So they don't follow their own policy. It's do as I say, not as I do. And that doesn't work. When you speak to these guys, be respectful. Let them know, you know what you do in that situation? They'll tell you, oh, give them the number to headquarters and blah, blah, blah. You know what you do? You give them your supervisor's number. You give them your supervisor's number because that's the chain of command. You're supposed to give it to your supervisor gives it to the manager gives it to the postmaster. That's the chain of command. You don't skip the chain of command. Or if you guys have an MCSO, it goes from you to your supervisor, from your supervisor to the manager, from the manager goes to the MCSO, from the MCSO goes to the postmaster. And then from the postmaster to the MPO, from the MPO to the district manager. That is the chain of command. This is not our job to fight their war. This is their little petty crap that they're doing. You understand? Your guys' job is to deliver the mail. If you're a carrier, if you work at the window, your job is to make sure our customers are happy so that they can keep coming back and spending their hard-earned money on our products and services. That's your job. That's what you were hired to do. Your job was not hired to be a lawyer. You were not hired to be a school safety guard. You were hired to do the job that you were doing. Let your supervisor deal with that shit. Again, an opinion, that's my opinion. That's what I would do. I just say, oh, yeah, okay, whatever. Soon as this shit happens, I'm calling my supervisor. You're the next chain of command. I reported it to you. See you later. Here's the officer's number. Call him, don't call him, whatever you want to do. Because that's what you're supposed to do. That's in the ELM. This posting, again, they throw random shit together and call it a stand-up. Oh, stand-up. You got to do it because we gave it to you as a stand-up. You know how many fucking stand-ups they give a year? Most of it is fucking regurgitated. Yeah, I know what's up. I know you guys be like, damn, we got to hear this shit again. We hear this every year. Yeah. When you have nurses playing doctor and, you know, counselors playing nurses, you see where I'm going? See the pattern? But, you know, let's not accommodate the guy that's sick, right? But let's make law enforcement's job harder. Come on. What's the difference between that and reporting and reporting child support. We're forced to report child support to law enforcement, but you don't want us to talk to law enforcement? Yeah. Yeah, I would report it. Have it documented. Yeah, Scipio's right. Write it in an email. Document it. Because it covers your ass later. See what I'm saying? So they tell you to report the deadbeat dads, right? Their biggest crime is not paying for their kid. Yeah, it's wrong. You should support your kids if you got them. Come on, guys. Really? You were happy enough to do the hunky-dory. You should be able to pay for your kids. Come on. Any man that doesn't take care of his kids, I don't respect no man that doesn't support his kids. At all. I don't care who you are. Okay? But the point that I'm trying to make, again, not to make this political, but the point is, if we can report to the state deadbeat dads, we should be able to report to the Fed someone that's conducting illegal activity in our nation's borders. Systemic favoritism, you guys decide. Anyway, the post is in my Facebook. And my last thing, I put it on my Facebook too. Most of this stuff comes on my Facebook. You notice I share stuff that you kind of get an idea where I'm going to lean into for the live session. We had a postal worker nabbed in a mail sting. Fox 5 News Atlanta covered it. They caught the chick right by all the CB units, the CBUs. They had a cluster unit, a cluster box unit all the way across. And yeah. So, yeah, we're not going to dive into that. I'm going to leave you guys with this quote, and then we're going to close out. When bullies can't control the outcome, they try to control the story. But truth never bows to cowards. Something to think about. Stand on truth. If you need help, there's help out there. Don't let these people tell you you're alone. You are not alone. And if you are alone, you have Kriya around the corner. Kriya's coming. Hopefully he can get the APWU stuff in there for the clerks too. That'll be fantastic. I don't know if I don't have access to none of that stuff anymore. I wish I did. And if you guys need help from someone else that knows more, that's been doing this social thing more, there are a lot of people out there now that are doing that. So, next show, Sunday, 8 p.m. And then we're going to go on a little break. I'll still be in and out of social. You guys can drop a hi if you want and whatever, comment on the post that I'll be sharing. And then I'm going to contact Michael out of Vegas, and we're going to have a discussion and set up a date for the beginning of the year. Maybe our first show back, we can get him. That'd be great. I need to figure out my situation though, because I don't have a laptop. So I'm doing everything from my cell phone. So it's harder to host a live discussion from your cell phone. I got to get either my computer fixed, my laptop that has a camera, or I got to buy a camera for my desktop, and we'll figure it out. In any case, guys, that was your Postal Truth for today. Thank you all so much for coming. Thank you for your support. Happy holidays to those of you that celebrate the holidays, and for those of you that do not, enjoy the day off. Enjoy your days off. They're precious to us as postal workers. You know that. You know? Oh, one more thing before I let you guys go. This just happened about 2 hours ago. So the president signed an executive order about medical marijuana. Carriers, don't be buying weed right now, man. He just signed it. We have to find out the specifics of it. Don't be thinking, oh yeah, the president said we can get high. Yo, I'm gonna get this blunt. Don't do it. Jesus Christ. Anyway, that's your Postal Truth for tonight. My name is Angel, and I wish you all a great evening and a wonderful weekend. Be safe, be kind, and remember, we work safely so we can go home safely. Good night.